Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Cardboard Crawlers RC channel and Outdoor Amphitheater. Who do we have on deck today, and what scale is it? 24th scale. FJ cab only on the XL chassis, so that's a Gladiator length chassis on Scramblers, Maz Designs portals, the nylon portals that everybody has. Maz chassis, Maz links. No overdrive. That has an overdrive transmission in it, which gives you like a 14% overdrive plus whatever a portal gives you. So it's portaled with 14%. And then this is on Scramblers that I just changed the foams out of and put some smaller foams in them, but they're actually a little wider, and I do not like the way that they work. I have another set of pine trees actually on the way, and those are going to go in that set of Scramblers. That's a set that I've had. It was like the first set of tires or second set of tires I bought, and I actually bought like only two. For some reason, yeah, the store that I was at had two Scramblers. And I was like, well, I better get them. And then it took me like 5 more months to get another two. I bought another set when I was driving out to California last fall. So it definitely wasn't the second set of tires I mounted up, but like the second set I had purchased. And you know, like CC XRC says, Scramblers for life. You know, they're a great tire, and then they wear in a little bit and they become even more grippy. And they are a little big. They definitely get you out of a class 2 rig according to the micro rules that are floating around out there. But you know, like there was no tire size at the Gauntlet. I haven't seen a lot of tire size issues for other comps. It's kind of like you got a brushed class and a brushless class. Run what you brung. Maybe an 18th scale class as well, which I was not allowed to run my Gladiator, which is almost an 18th scale. If you set that next to the FJ or the LC80, the new FMS LC80 18th scale, if you set them next to each other, it's the same exact wheelbase, maybe a 0.5 millimeters or a couple of millimeters different. Hard to tell with tires on them, but they seem to line up almost exactly. And, you know, roof height and body length on the Gladiator, you know, especially what's built up on portals and bigger tires, it's 18th scale if you ask me. I mean, it definitely weighs as much as an 18th scale. But whatever. I probably didn't have any business running 3 trucks. The 4 trucks that I ended up running both days, I all wrecking myself. You know what I didn't realize with that blue and white buggy that's sitting in idle right there, back there waiting his turn in the lineup? I don't have weighted wheels in the rear. I just have a set of aluminum rings in that wheel set. I noticed that the other day when I was putting foams in it, and for some reason I thought I had weights in every single one of my sets of wheels. I must have ended up with 2 weights by doing another set of wheels. For a while I was just putting weight in the front wheels, and then I realized all that low weight you needed in all 4 corners, and so I just put the brass in there, and then I guess I just didn't have it. I probably put it in another set of wheels or gave it away to someone. I was giving wheels to a couple of different kids. Actually, I sold some wheels to D-Stod's kids. We made some trades for some cash. They got good deals though. They got $40 set of wheels for $20. So anyway, yeah, good times. If I get a little distracted here right now, I'm babysitting my mom's dog, and I want to make sure that he's not hassling my dog right now because he's like 10 years younger than him, 11 years younger. and he was getting in his face, but they're just playing. They're actually having fun. So, yeah, a little dog discussion while we're doing this. And then my dog had to protect his little brother dog earlier because there was a neighbor dog walking out on the street, and I missed it while I was shooting film here, and almost had a dog attack on my hands. Blue ran out there being all puffy chest and knocking into old Walter, the local. I think he's a boxer mix. He's white too. He's pure white too. That's probably why Blue hates him. They've had a disagreement before, but it's usually pretty quick. And I had George with me, and he's on an electric fence, so we're running out there, and he hits his fence and starts yelping and freaking, and that makes Blue like even more mad. And like Walter's owner picks him up off the ground, and I just picked Walter up, not Blue. And yeah, so anyway, dogs. Too many dogs in my house right now. 2 is too many. 1 is good. Blue's a very, very mellow dog. I forget how lucky I am with how special of a mellow fellow my dog is. Straight chiller. You talk to Double Down Debo or his girlfriend Sarah about that, or maybe even Owen Rogers could vouch for the Blue dog chill effect. Yeah, but not always with other dogs. And what I'm getting at is this dog, George, is a maniac. It's fun. It's a different kind of energy, but it's a little bit too much for me, man. But we're doing all right. We're having fun. And trucks are doing okay. Like I said, I put some new foams in the scramblers on the Maz Designs Cliffhanger blue and white buggy there. Those are coming out when the scramblers get here. The great thing about those wheels is I think I'm like not taking them out of commission, but I have another set of wheels. I like these wheels. If I get a new set of tires, I can try them out because they're the 15-hole Enduros. So you can have the front mounted, and then it's only 5 bolts in the back to take them apart. So it's like a 4-piece wheel almost, instead of just a 3-piece. No, it's a 3-piece still, but it's like it has 2 ways to bolt together, and one of them you just leave bolted in, and the other you just quick change. It's my quick change wheels. But I have enough wheels now where when I just get tires, they're just going to go on a set of wheels, and then that's just where they kind of stay. Just try to be careful about the color and what rig they're going to go on. I'm trying to get some inserts for each tire that I have, and so I'm going to have to buy some flubbers to get the sizing correctly. And there's that maniac of a dog right there. He's like bringing me the ball, and I'm throwing it while I'm driving, or like I'll pause or whatever. I think there's one right in here somewhere. But it's just, yeah, he's just insane. You just keep seeing him come back because when I cut to the film, I throw the ball and then I start the truck, and then he's coming back by then. So he's just amazingly fast. Like if you see him, you just saw him go by at 100. He's, like if you watch that Scottish, like those Highland cattle dogs, they're out there getting sheep. That's what he is, He's just a full-blown sheepdog. He just wants to run at full speed and then crouch down until something to get. He like wants to chase cars, dude. He thinks he's like gonna stop everything from going by. So he's a little neurotic, but he is the best boy. They're face wrestling right now, them dogs are, so just having the best time ever. They're good brothers to each other. Blue sometimes doesn't tolerate dogs well, but he realizes like that's my mom's dog, and he's like, all right, well, I'll put up with him. There he is. What a beauty. He's a beauty. So yeah, and the ball's sitting down there. So for a week, when he sees these truck, he like runs the other way. He wants nothing to do with these things. He thinks they're the devil, like in the house. But because he has this ball, he's very much more willing to be close to something. So I'm trying to really get him. He's tuning into the world a little bit. He's scared of the world, but we're trying to get him not so scared of it. And that dang buggy looking so good. Need to do a little tightening up with some wiring there. Still not pro at that for sure. A couple more 10,000 hours of wiring might help. It's just something I avoid. I don't really enjoy it. I burned up a cheap soldering iron recently and then bought an even cheaper one because I had to get a job. I needed to fix what was that? The small receiver that goes in in these mini trucks, the micro receiver, FS2HA or whatever those are. And the ones you buy from Amazon are like $16. You got to solder them up. Well, I had soldered one up just the way I'd done all three of the other ones I have, and I had to rebind it every time I turned it off or changed the battery or turned the controller off or anything like that. You had to rebind it every single time, and I decided that I didn't want to do that. So, well, and that's just not the way it's supposed to work. So I just contacted Amazon, and I had only had it for a couple of days. And I like literally contacted them while I was at the Gauntlet, and there was one when I got home. There was one here the next day. So, and then that's when I realized my soldering iron was not working. So then I got that going, or no, I realized I couldn't fix it. Took it apart. Wasn't a wiring issue. Don't know what happened to it. And then, so I went to Harbor Freight and was gonna buy like a $60 soldering iron kit, like the dial-in one and everything, had a little holder and all that. But I really just didn't. I'm not ready to do that much wiring yet. So I bought the $5.99 one, which worked fine for resoldering. Just one of those. I actually had two of them here. So I soldered those up, and probably won't need to use the soldering iron for a while. But there's a couple things I can do where I can just take off the ends and run some nice like braided line and heat shrink onto these, and then just do them up. I don't need to shorten some of these wires. Some of these wires can stay the length they are, and I can just cover them in black so we don't have that red and blue wire hanging out in our face right there. And then another one, for that has a DEC in it. So, yeah, don't have to have all that going on all the time. So, and I've been wanting to do some of that, and it's just hey, it is what it is. I don't really have to. I guess I really don't have to explain what I do with my time. That's the great thing about adulting. So, yeah, haven't got all that done that I wanted, and it's okay. It's all big first world problem. Nothing major here. We no played the majors. But some cool lines, Love the rock course. Kids are on fall break. They might come over Monday and play. They have trucks, so that's always fun. And yeah, I think my mom's coming home on Tuesday, later in the afternoon, evening. Could be Wednesday. Doesn't matter either way. Dog will be here until she gets ready to have him back. And yeah, I'll just be doing my thing. Once she gets home, I might try to go up to the hills a little bit and find some rocks, or go out to the coast, or both. Who knows? Burn a couple tanks of gas and see what's really going on. Old Blue Dog, you know, coming around. I think this is like right when they get in some trouble here. Yeah, I cut it out, but I had like a big pause in the action. Blue like walks right by the camera, and then right as he gets by me, I think he just runs to the street to mess with Walter. But yeah, I made this one's a little bit long, so remember, guys. You know, I know that my last couple videos were short and they did really well, and the algorithm will tell me, you know, like this is closer to 20 minutes rather than 10 minutes like the other ones. I think 10 minutes is my number, like 10 minutes, 11 minutes. You know, it's a good amount of time to talk, and a great amount of time to be driving the trucks and still get some good footage and have a good time. But this one just ran a little bit longer. I just wasn't really thinking about it. Beautiful afternoon. Dogs were chilling in the yard. They were, until they got a little bit rowdy. Yeah, this is it. Like right here, Blue's just chilling. Oh, like I'm the best dog in the world, right? Like I'm super calm, having a good time. Where George is kind of, you know, like he's like chewing on the tennis ball. Blue walks by me, and then literally, like, yeah, at the next pause is where it all started. Like Blue's slowly chilling, but behind me by the driveway, and then like I literally like hear them going for it in a second, and then I have to stop, and it's on like Donkey Kong. Yeah, it's like boom, boom. I hear them, and I stopped the truck there and got up and ran and handled it. And you can probably hear them in the background now. They're just fully wrestling on the floor, just face wrestling. You know, they bite each other's neck and drag each other around. You know how dogs do it. And yeah, so nobody's dominating anyone. They're both laying down doing it. They're like yin and yanging, and so having a good time. And I'm having a good time out there crawling in the rocks too. I'll probably make this video and then try to go shoot a little evening crawl, something without lights on it, maybe the green truck night crawl. Anybody, I don't know if this will be posted by the time, you know, I can see your voting, but, you know, do you have a truck you want to see? The black cliffhanger body, the green FJ45, the LC80. What are you guys really liking these days? I got the Grizzly Works Gladiator back up and running. I got that all put back together with the last shaft that I have on hand. I have to order a couple of those, so when it breaks again, we can have it fixed. And I did tighten up the way that the dog bone is the dog bone's held in place. Like it was starting to the end of the axle was starting to flare out. And so I realized right here, the reason I did a turnaround is I was like, wow, this is running kind of long. So let's just, this is a good exit onto the grass right here. Why don't we just bang, bang, get turned around and head out into the wilds of the prairie. Get off the rocks. And so I just did a little turnaround action with each rig. And we'll last little bit of crawl in the beautiful sunlight on the Saturday afternoon here in Southern Pines, North Carolina. Remember, if you like these videos, this content, hit that like button, the subscribe button. Remember to share this with a friend. Tell me in the comments that you made it this far and what rig you want to see out there next. Really do hope you enjoy it. Get out there, build a truck, have some fun, RCing, and we'll talk to you later. Cardboard Crawlers out.